Yo, yo, yo. Here we are. Episode 2 of season motherfucking 2
Ayo.
Hello.
of the TurnDown podcast.
Damn.
Sorry, I was a little bit aggressive there.
It's excited.
Yeah.
This is interesting, guys. For all those that are watching at home, I'm sorry, I'm looking down as if we don't have video.
Hey,
Hello.
We're all in one room. Look at this.
One room. This is the apartment. This is the spot. Super excited again. I'm Kendrick, like everybody. My brother Tim, brother Miles. I can touch him. I can see him. No more Google Hangouts. I'm gonna start off again. How I always been. How you motherfuckers doing today?
I'm doing good. Tired. Got some good work in with our band, Sunstrider. Buy our album.
Hey.
New stuff coming soon. You know what I'm saying? It's great.
That was a really, really good rehearsal.
It was really good rehearsal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering not everybody was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited about that, y'all, man. We got some good shit coming. But other than that, other than the band and everything, I mean, How was your week? Any crazy shit? Crazy stuff you seen?
I don't know if anything crazy, crazy stuff that I've seen happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have a couple stories. I got a couple shit myself.
In my personal life, nothing too crazy. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Nothing too crazy. But as far as stuff that I've seen happen, right? How do I feel about this Travis Scott thing?
Whoo.
Yeah, we're jumping right.
Are
in.
you privy to it?
No.
Oh.
So Travis Scott basically has this. He had the Astroworld tour, which we went to go see a while ago because he had that album come out in like 2019 or something. Okay. He has an Astroworld festival, which he made. Like,
oh, never mind.
Houston.
Yes, I did. Yeah, my I talked about this with my nana.
Yeah, my mom sent me.
Just got people got trampled.
Yeah, 8 people dead.
Yeah,
yes.
8 people dead.
And like 13 people in the hospital.
13 people in the hospital. I think it was like 100 plus people injured.
Oh, it's 2 people that I knew were dead, but
No, it's 8. It's 8.
Yeah,
it's 8, and now apparently I think Travis is getting sued by a number of people
because they kept going, right?
Yes.
It's tricky. I don't. Mm-hmm. The thing is, as an artist, when you're performing at a festival, right? Let me just say, for instance, I'm at Lollapalooza,
right?
And I'm performing on stage, and how many people are in the crowd? Like 5,000, 4,000. It's kind of hard to see. It's almost impossible to see if anybody's getting fucking trampled.
I don't know though, because the thing is, there are a bunch of videos that are coming out now. I was actually just looking at stuff where people were actually getting his attention and saying like, "Hey, like we need to stop. Like people are getting trampled." And then I think that he's on video saying, like, "Who the fuck told me to stop? Y'all know what you came here to do." And then he keeps going.
Whoa.
So the more like things come out, the more I'm kind of like,
See, that's I mean, I guess performer's responsibility, right? I mean, because if you're not there saying like, let's fucking trample some people, you know, then that's not on you. But in what Miles was saying, I mean, if you have that moment where someone's saying, hey, people are dying, we need to stop.
Yeah, can we pause this shit?
and I think that there are a bunch of videos that are coming out that conflict too. So
I've seen good videos.
There are videos where he's like, "Yo, what's going on?"
What's
like,
going on? Good. Yeah, I've seen that part.
But the thing that we do know, he never stopped.
Yeah,
which is.
So how did it end? Or did he finish his fucking show?
I don't know if he finished it. I haven't read that much into it, but he went on for a while people were dying.
Yeah.
And I think to the point about what you're talking about, like you're not always going to stop if you're working. You're an artist. Kurt Cobain, used to do that when he saw women getting groped in his at his shows. Like he would stop the shows.
Yeah.
Until that was stopped.
Wow.
So, I think another important factor is that there was the medical supplies, the medical resources were not there. Yeah. Not at the multitude that they needed to be to deal with an emergency in a crowd of that size.
Now, would you necessarily blame Travis for that?
That's not. There are a lot of factors. I don't think that's solely on Travis.
Because so many people now, of course, with social media, like we talked about last week, are coming out like, "Wow, the fuck could Travis ever be in charge of something like this?"
Well, that's not Travis's job to set that up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you blame Elon Musk for a Tesla that's defective?
That's part of his team didn't do that. The venue didn't do. There's a lot of pieces that go into it. What Travis is responsible for is continuing as this is happening.
That's true.
Crazy, bro.
But I mean, there's a lot of stuff like but then you also think about it like when Michael Jackson would have his shows, he'd always make sure that there were medical, staff.
Now, granted, you're talking about Michael Jackson, and you're talking about somebody that sold out Wembley.
Yeah.
So I think when you get to that, that's where it's tricky and the lines are kind of blurred. Because when you get to that Jackson level, or you get to that, Elton John level, they're already preparing for people to fall out. They're preparing for
that's true.
That situation. But it's a festival, though.
Yeah,
That's
at the same time, what Miles was saying with that, I mean, why not hold yourself to that high standard, I mean, at the very least, this is something we can learn from.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, 8 people are dead.
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
I mean, not to make light of, 8 people's deaths. It's a very serious thing. But, I mean, we need to learn from this.
Yeah.
Maybe have, more medical staff during festivals.
Because could you imagine, and this is also, I think, no offense, I think this is on a lot of parents. Because I think 3 of the people that died were all below 18, if I'm not wrong. It was a lot of kids.
There were a lot of them were kids.
And it's like, if I have a 15-year-old daughter or a 16-year-old son, and, let's say I'm from Houston, and they're like, yeah, I love Travis Scott. I want to go to this Travis Scott thing.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it? Oh, it's a festival. I mean, just logically... Maybe now. Granted, maybe not all parents have been to festivals, but
not
if you
have
not in the modern sense, but
the into the woods sense.
Yeah, but also you've had festivals around since the '60s, so it's like, and if anything, they were worse back in the day. So if you just think, okay, this is going to be thousands of people here. My daughter is 16. Is it safe for me to send her into a fucking crowd at 16? No, it's not. There are guys that were coming out that were like, yo, I'm 25, I go to the gym regularly, and I'm 6'2", and I had a hard time breathing there.
Yeah.
So imagine if you're 5'4", $120, and you're in a crowd with a bunch of grown-ass men that are shoving you, punching you, punching, like they start raging.
That's the thing, they were raging, because I was like, and he was like, oh, let's fucking rage. Like, that's part of Travis's thing.
That's his thing, man.
But, it's tough when it's like, because usually there's a mosh pit, right? And then there's... you can be out of it.
Exactly.
But when it comes from the back,
the entire
it just
crowd
goes, and I mean, it was already cramped as it was.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's like, I saw this story. Now, I will say, I haven't confirmed whether or not it was real or not. But there was a story of, she was an ICU nurse that was there, and she had gotten, essentially, she had got knocked out cold because she was squeezed against the barrier. And her breath was, she just couldn't breathe. So there was an oxygen getting to her brain. So she had to she got crowd surfed away from the crowd. And she woke up, and then she started helping people immediately, because people were they were crowd surfing bodies. And she started checking pulses, and she was talking to the medical staff, hey, what do we have? Do we have an ambulance? Do we have the stretcher or something?
Right.
And they're like, we just don't have enough. Or they had it was 1 or 2 stretchers for 4 or 5 people, and it's
we don't have enough.
We don't have enough. And it's this is a festival with thousands of people.
Yeah, where you're gonna have a performer that
specializes.
Yeah,
in traditionally rage mosh pits, which people get injured at. That
just happens.
So I mean, there's some poor planning. I'm not sure whether it's Travis's management team that sets that up, or the venue, communication with the venue as well. Right. So there wasn't enough security either.
Drake was also there too, right?
Yep. Yeah. Drake was there. He came out, I think, for a second, and then he came out towards the time when everything started going to shit. Which is kind of
this makes me because I haven't seen it. It makes me think Drake pops his head out Three Stooges style and just kind of goes backstage.
I'm sure he did, and I mean also that's the thing about that whole situation with Drake was funny, because I'm yo, it seems like every time in history Drake has been at somebody's festival, something's gone wrong.
Yeah,
he went to this one, and then the trampling and stuff happened. Rest in peace, all the people that lost their lives. He went to Tyler the Creator's festival and got booed out of the fucking area.
Yeah.
Because I think the thing with them was they were expecting Frank Ocean. Yeah. So then when they found out Frank wasn't coming, You get like
boo too, dude.
Oh yeah, you get like the 5th best option.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, Frank Ocean, okay. No Dale Caesar, okay. Oh, we get Drake. And so Drake comes out. Now granted, Drake has a catalog of hits.
Yeah.
So you think he'd at least be able to float above water, but it seems like Drake got I don't know, Drake's like the fucking...
There's a curse.
There's a curse with that motherfucker, man.
That actually is also, there's a Drake curse actually in soccer too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's right.
That every time that he poses with like a team or in their jersey, that team does awful that season.
Yeah.
And he rotates. It's like a lot of these celebrities still just wear like the kits and everything.
Right.
Yeah, every time he's wearing something,
every time he's wearing
like, no.
Yeah, it's like an actual thing, like the Drake curse.
Not Paris Saint-Germain.
No.
Not Manchester United, please.
Well, they're actually also doing pretty bad. But anyways, besides the point.
Drake doesn't help.
Yeah.
Oof.
But back to the Travis Scott thing, so we can be a little more serious. Yeah, there. See, now that's on camera, so you can see him doing this bullshit.
Yeah, any motions and shit. We don't have to describe it, so you can visualize it.
I guess for the Spotify though.
Yeah, for the
That's
Spotify.
true.
Yeah, so to listeners, go watch the YouTube as well.
Hey,
Because there's
give
some
us a
content
W.
you might not be able to see. Jazzy.
Snapping at you, but I'm snapping.
Oh, I'm not gonna edit that out.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of like you said, there's a lot of lessons to be learned.
Yeah.
As far as like performing and how you conduct yourself during a performance, what to do as a performer when shit starts going wrong, being able to, at the very least, be like, hey,
What's going on?
let's fucking stop,
Yeah.
and like let's make sure everybody's all right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you hear the descriptions of how based on like some of the autopsies, I'm guessing is how some of these people died.
Oh yeah.
That's horrific.
Oh,
They
yeah.
got stomped on.
Yeah.
Like there was one article, or it was. I think it was actually a first person depiction of like what happened there because they were there, and they were speaking, and they were like, "Yeah, I remember. We were all jumping up and down, and then I think they said they just heard like a scream, but it wasn't. It wasn't like I'm excited scream. It was like a painful.
Yeah.
And it was a scream and then silence,
Yeah.
and they didn't hear anything. And all of a sudden, they were stepping, and they stomped on something. They stepped on someone's ankle, and you look down, and he said it was a girl who was just like dead, basically. And that scream was probably from someone stepping on her neck when she was on the ground.
Yeah.
So it's like, never in a million years would you'd expect this at maybe just because they attract the crowd, maybe like a Rage Against the Machine show. Where they get big crowds and like it's Rage Against the freaking machine. Like their whole point is violence and like we're fucking rebelling against the system. Travis Scott, this is like, I mean, we saw a dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's crazy, but even the general admission at Royal Farms Arena was like, it was tame, So it's interesting, and that's where I think it reflects on the artist.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see, I think, when all of the details come out.
Yeah.
To what extent was he pushing this audience and enabling them? Because if you go out and say, because I've heard Travis Scott on his videos before be like, yo, punch that guy in the fucking face.
Yeah.
Which is like, I mean, I get your whole point is raging.
Yeah.
Kid Cudi was the same way. He doesn't come out and say punch somebody in the fucking face.
Yeah, there are definitely. I mean, that also goes to like mosh culture too, which is like a whole other can of worms.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it. I feel like you see it more in like like heavy metal mosh pits where people are like actually throwing hands.
Yeah.
And I think that the performer saying it is for sure enabling. I think. I mean, the most important thing is. Once you start seeing that or get notified about like, hey, like, no, seriously, we need to stop this, then you should stop.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the performance always,
Yeah, I mean,
always goes on. It's kind of BS in that in that situation.
Because there are videos of people climbing up the camera stands and trying to tell the camera people like, yo, like we got to stop, like people, there's somebody dead in there, like we need to stop. Because the thing is, those headsets for the cameraman, they go straight to like, they go everywhere, they're interconnected.
Yeah. Right.
So someone can communicate like, hey, we actually need to stop
the show. Right.
But I mean, the video, the cameraman's like shooing him away, like, because I mean, to him it's like, I don't have time for this, I need to do my job. But it's horrific to think that like, people are sitting there pleading and nothing's being done.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, you stop, like, what's the worst thing that can happen? You stop it, you take care of people, and then you play again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean,
everyone's still getting paid anyway.
Yeah. I mean, that's 8 people that went thinking they were going to have a good time.
Could have been none, or maybe 1 if
or just
more realistic,
injury.
Or just like an injury.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. But like, I mean, imagine like, especially for like a 16, 15-year-old kid.
Right.
Yeah.
That could have been a birthday present.
Most likely, it probably was. I mean, these tickets were expensive.
Imagine that. Like, you're like thinking like, oh my god, my parents just like really did me a solid. They let me, they bought me these tickets because those aren't. I'm sure those are expensive fucking tickets.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and a lot of people. I was seeing some also online. A ton of people were coming from out of state. So this was like a really big like destination event that was happening.
And then imagine that as a parent, like
that's
like you think like you're giving like your kid like you're really like
lives.
Best time of their lives, and then they don't come home. Like that's awful.
Yeah.
Because then you're always kind of sitting thinking like exactly like like, oh my god, like my child is gone. And all I had to, because I sent them to this place. I mean, even though that's not,
it's not
there is some things where it's like, I understand what you were saying earlier about like, why would you send your 15, 16-year-old kid?
Yeah, that don't make no sense to me.
To,
I can't.
To this festival.
A concert, yes. A concert, I understand. If it's like at a stadium,
that's the thing. A lot, you'd be surprised how many parents just don't understand the difference. That they're just like, oh yeah, it's a concert.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's where you got to be as a parent and somebody who's responsible for a life, up until they're 18 years old. Because after 18, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can go there if you want. But up until they're 18 years old, your parent is responsible for you. So if my kid, if I have kids, comes to me in the future and says, hey, Dad, I want to go to so-and-so concert.
You're looking up so-and-so.
I'm going to look up
so-and-so concert. What's their performance? What happens at some of those things.
My God, yeah. Or, okay, where is it? Yeah. Oh, it's a festival.
Yeah.
Bingo. That's all you need to know. It's not a concert.
Yeah.
Festival's a lot different. You're talking about a concert maybe lasts 3 hours. You're sitting in a seat or you're standing up, jumping up and down with seats. Yeah. And it's a row. A festival is no seats, right? Like, that's common sense. Also, you got to think, there are now reports coming out, I think, about drugs. Like, people were apparently going around injecting people with drugs. Which is like, and there were multiple reports from like pretty notable sources that were saying that. And I'm like,
well, I think if people go up, I'm sure there are people that are already were drugged up, and I think that kind of plays into the whole thing of like, oh, we're jumping up and down, because I'm thinking in my if I'm jumping on something that's not solid ground, I would definitely know if I'm jumping on something like a body, because you can feel that your senses, but if you're drugged up, depending on what drugs you're doing,
speed
feels like I'm jumping on clouds.
Very mushy.
Okay,
all right.
You know what? Rest in peace to the 8 people that lost their lives. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, you're good.
Rest in peace to the people that lost their lives. Okay. And to the parents, I'm sorry for your loss.
Don't laugh.
I'm sorry for you. I'm not laughing.
I know. I'm just.
I'm sorry for your loss. In other news, driving down Baltimore Washington National Pike yesterday, I saw Neo.
From the Matrix?
No, you mean like Neo, like as in R&B. Neo.
Well, not the actual Neo. I saw the Catonsville version. He was standing there on the corner with a speaker. He had this like karaoke mic. And when I say this brother was singing his ass off, the light had just turned red. And I guess to him that was like really his time to shine. Yeah. Right? Because he's singing to passing cars. He can't. Yeah. He's still singing. But when that light turned red, and when I say this brother hit a fucking Usher glide off of the curb. You know how hard it is to Usher glide on concrete? That's like the motherfucker you knew that could dribble a basketball on carpet. Like, you're dangerous. Right? You got an ability.
I don't trust that.
I don't trust that motherfucker. Like, you could dribble this bitch on carpet. The curb was here, and then the street was here. He hit an Usher glide, somehow didn't bust his ass, got on the flat ground, and then stands in front of my car. And when I say this brother serenaded the fuck out of me for a whole verse.
A whole verse?
Oh, B, and then pointed in my Mazda. I drive a Mazda for those that don't know.
Zoom.
Zoom.
Little Mazda boys.
To certain people, it's referred to as the Mozzie. So,
is it certain people? You?
Well, me. It's certain people. It's referred to as the Mozzie. So with the Mozzie, to those that are watching, please watch the YouTube video because I'm doing a lot of gesturing, so this is important. But with the Mozzie, he pointed right in it and was like pointing at me but past me.
So he's pointing through you.
He's pointing through me.
Yeah.
But I thought he was pointing at me.
He pointed in your soul.
Basically.
What he pointed in.
So I'm like, fuck. Like, dude, did I hurt this guy?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know Neil. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him. Mm-hmm. But he was dancing, and then when the light turned green, I wanted to do it a nice way, like get the fuck out the way. It's like I'm really trying to go, like, your show was cool. Yeah. But I'm trying to go.
So you're laying on the horn, like, get the fuck out of the way, Neil. Catonsville ass.
Right? Like, he kind of just slid over. Like, I think he felt, because he didn't turn around and look at the green light. Yeah. But he felt it was green. And so he hit this, like, spin move. He did, like, a spin and then got back on the curb and it just kept sitting there, snapping on guns, just going. Mm-hmm. So I saw Neo.
Catonsville Neo.
Did he not have like a God is good sign as he was singing?
No, he had a Cash App sign.
Okay.
So he had a, send me some Cash App money, you know what I'm saying? He had a Cash App, I think he had a Venmo in there.
Hey,
always be closing, I guess.
Always be closing. Always be closing.
I mean, hey, you never
Chase
know.
the bag.
LLC braid. That's that LLC braid right there.
That is that LLC braid.
He gets his Cash App up.
Oh yeah. No? Oh yeah. Let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. Let's say you meet a girl, right? And she's
wow. Okay.
Hard left.
Hard left, right? I'm just trying to get your opinions on something. Let's say you meet a girl and she's a street performer. Mm-hmm. Okay. But you really vibe with her.
What do you mean?
We mean like
wait. Okay. So what do you mean by that? Like she just so happens to.
She's
perform
the Tina Turner.
But like she. No, that's all she does.
She's the Tina Turner on 97. Like all she does. On
97.
Off the side
of the highway.
Okay. Let me say that. She's a Tina Turner on Quarterfield Road. All she does is stand on Quarterfield and she sings the fuck out of Whitney Houston. Like all she does is sing shit on Quarterfield Road. But you meet her, let's say you meet her at like some party. And you vibe it.
I know
you meet her. No. Before you ever see her perform. So you meet a girl.
And then you find out.
Okay. So she's saying you gain interest beforehand.
The question is, how late do you think you'll find out? Yeah. I think if she's a street performer, that's going to be the first thing out of her mouth.
Let's say you guys start dating. So you find out about a month and you guys.
You got to pick me up from work, and I'm like,
no, she asked you to drop her off.
I was like, okay, we're going to drop you off.
You can stop right here.
Yeah, straight up.
You work right. I could just take you to the building. Like, where's the building?
You're like Chick-fil-A?
This is the building.
Like, what would you
There ain't no building, baby. This is it. Oh, that's why you have the boombox.
I was wondering what that was for, right?
She carries
I thought you were retro.
Hey, babe, what's that?
No. So what I'm thinking is you meet at the party. You're telling me you meet this girl at the party.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You meet her at the party.
And she's like, hi, I'm Cheyenne. And you're like, hi. You know, whatever. Yeah.
Cheyenne.
I'm Cheyenne, the first one.
What up, Shy? And and you don't think that the first thing out of her mouth is going to be, I sing on Quarterfield. I sing Whitney Houston.
Yeah, she can say that. But she can mean covers. She can mean like I recorded on YouTube.
But also I sing on Quarterfield can mean like you sing like in a restaurant off of Quarterfield.
But that's the thing is you're gonna ask the follow up question and then she's gonna say no I'm on the street and I get paid in Cash App.
But you know she's not gonna tell you all that. That's the thing.
I think that's the important part of the scenario, though, Tim. You're thinking too logically. The point of the scenario is that, okay, so what I'm imagining, you're at the party. Right. You're like, okay, shot. Hey, what's up, girl? How you doing?
What it do, girl?
And you know, you hit it off. You're talking. Maybe you go on a few dates. You know, maybe you're starting to imagine the future with this woman, right?
Yeah.
You know, a little ice out. It's like, oh my God, this is so great. everything's so cute. You're looking like, what are our kids gonna look like? This is fantastic.
Yeah.
You're just starting to more cute.
Yo, a little
that's
more
what
cute.
nothing.
Nothing.
Cute, nothing too serious.
Nothing too serious.
And so you're like, let's say you date for 3 months, right?
Fuck.
And you don't know what she does.
3 months?
You've never questioned it. Just
3 months if you never
suspend.
And you don't know her employment?
Suspend reality.
I said 30 days, dog. You really suspended reality.
Was he at a party and you don't ask what do you do for it?
we're going with it. It's here, right? So 3 months pass by. You're like, you and Shy. It's like, oh, you think this perhaps could be the one, right?
Could be the one.
And she's like, hey, babe, I need you to take me to work. Oh, fuck. Yeah, sure thing, no problem. Like your car broke down, cool, whatever.
I'll take you in the Mozzie.
Hey, I'll take you in the Mozzie. I don't drive a Mazda, but we're suspending reality. I'll take you in the Mazda, right? And she's like, and I'm like, oh, let me put in the GPS. Like, oh no, I'll just direct you. Cool.
Oh, shit.
All right, cool. And you're driving up.
The GPS.
You're going through Severn.
Just go towards the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, go through Chick-fil-A. Cool, I know where that is. I'm from around the area, right? In my Mazda. And you arrive, and she's like, okay, stop here. Oh, right on the side of the road. Like,
it's the median.
Yeah, this is.
You're getting,
this is the left turn only lane.
This is.
But you're getting a little scared because at this point, if it's here.
Yeah,
and you're just gonna be walking on the.
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
So babe, like,
what do you do?
Like, I could just take you to the building. Like, where's the building at? It's like, this is the building. What? No,
this is the speed limit sign.
It says, what do you mean? She's like, no, just stop here. Just let me out. This is where I work.
Shy, it says 35.
Right, 30.
It says right.
Work is 35.
Yeah, speed limit 35. Like, is that like? What are you talking about?
Is that a privately traded company?
I was like, yeah, this is why I brought my boombox. Yeah, I had a question about that, but I just figured maybe you were I don't know, maybe you worked at Radio Shack and you fixed boomboxes. I don't know.
Radio Shack?
Whatever.
First of all, if a girl I'm talking to works at Radio Shack, we not talking because you don't have a job. Radio Shack does not fucking exist.
Not a thing really anymore. Yeah.
I work at Radio Shack. The fuck out of here.
Are you from LA?
That's fine. Whatever. Fucking. She fixes radios, is what your assumption is.
She's a technician.
She's, so maybe she makes good. You think it? Maybe she could make good money.
She might make good money.
She might make good money.
That's the thing. She might make.
And that's the thing. That's why you've never questioned it so far. That's why it took 3 months, and you're like, she has a job.
I'm saying now that homegirl works on Quarterfield Road.
Oh.
She works for all of our Severn people. Quarterfield Road. If you don't know Quarterfield Road,
the cat's outside.
The cat's outside. Wow. Is it on our fucking balcony?
No, I just heard it screaming right now. Yeah.
If you don't know Quarterfield Road, it's basically the road in your town that everyone drives past, right?
Yeah.
Is that cat on our fucking balcony?
No, it's not on the balcony. It's just they must be getting in a fight.
Jesus.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah, we live in a neighborhood with a lot of cats. We don't have mice though, so that's never a problem.
I didn't dream about mice last night. It was not good.
Anyways, let's finish this scenario.
All right. But you find out that homegirl makes a lot of money singing on Quarterfield. She might be bringing in $200 a day.
If she's bringing $200.
When do you need me to pick you up? $200
If she's bringing in $200
you're gonna
a
be
day.
the chauffeur.
If she's bringing in $200, that's her job.
I feel like you would have heard her voice already.
That's the thing. Right? She must be pretty good. If she's bringing in $200 a day. She's gotta be good.
$200 a day.
If she's bringing in because you have to think people don't like to pay street performers. Yeah, so for her to get $200 a day,
she really has to be the team
phenomenal. And she there from 10 to 6. That's a fucking living.
When do you need to pick you up?
Time to be on the street. Just feel bad for you.
Or is that the baby next door?
That's a baby.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cat too.
It could have been a cat.
If that's a cat, that thing is getting
fucked up.
Oh God.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. You know what? Yeah, I don't know why, but that scenario just popped up in my head. Like if your girl or your guy, for the women out there, was a street performer. Or
your non-binary partner.
Non-binary partner. How would you feel, if they was a street performer? Because I think for me it depends on what's being performed on the street.
Interesting.
I spin signs, baby.
Hell,
that's
no.
me.
I will never be with the signs.
You see out there I'm the Chick-fil-A guy.
I'm the Little Caesars.
I'm the pizza guy.
I'm a pizza guy.
You're Little Caesar?
Are you Caesar?
Shy.
Shy. I mean,
Yeah, Shy,
like,
you're Little Caesar.
Well, because here's the thing.
$200 a day, Little Caesar. Well, pizza.
That's what
I'm saying. Listen,
I'm gonna be hot and ready to pick you up.
Listen, here's what I'm saying, right? In this scenario, you're already feeling girl, right? So like the thing is, if the personalities match and they're not, like a bum, they're working, they're making $200 a day.
$200 a day is solid. $200 a day is very, very good, actually.
Fuck it. Why not?
What if she went to clown school?
Nah, I ain't with no clown.
That's a serious profession, you guys.
That's a serious profession, but
serious profession.
I feel like that's the type of girl wake up in the middle of the night and squeak your nose and shit. you turn it over trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Or even do it like worst case when you're intimate.
No, I think I don't.
You sit there trying to, you know what I'm saying? You sit there trying to get busy.
Hold on,
wait,
baby, put this on.
Right. Or she got the rainbow wig. And she's like, you didn't see me in this?
I don't think that every person who's been in clown school has a clown fetish.
I don't know, man. I mean, you're immersed.
To be honest,
in clownery.
You're immersed in clownery.
I do not know enough about this subject.
It's like the white dudes, right? White dudes. That
Okay,
go to
let's see.
White dudes that study finance and go to Wall Street. I'm in class with a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
Right? Just the guys who are like, yeah, I want to be a private equity. Right? I want to be this shit. Shut the fuck up. You don't even know what private equity is.
Yeah.
You just heard your granddad say that shit. Right?
Yeah.
So you want to be in private equity, and then they go to Wall Street. Guess what those same dudes do? They will be in class talking about the girl they made out with at the fucking party.
Yeah, fucking Tabitha, bro.
Yeah, dude, I tongued her down on the couch, dude. Oh. And I was like talking to her about I was talking to her about like Robin Hood going.
Dude, that's fucking goss, bro.
Yeah, dude. She
fucking Robin Hood.
I didn't even really fucking know what I was talking about.
Holy shit. I was like, dude, do you know what like Bitcoin is?
No.
It's like, dude, shut the fuck. Like, that's the subject matter that you think you getting honeys with? You think you talking to women like that? You know what I'm saying? That's what they do.
Do you, Travis?
How?
Come on, Tanner.
But the thing is, it's like, no, I'm gonna be real for a second.
He's gonna be real for a second.
Oh shit.
How do you actually get women like that?
How the fuck?
Because it happens.
Because the thing is, it does. Like,
a lot of y'all be getting women like that.
shoot us a DM, maybe.
No, I don't want tips. But
like just like a play-by-play.
A play-by-play.
Just to see like how is this going down?
Oh, never mind. I just played out the scenario in my head. It's being tall and gaslighting.
Now, granted, I feel like there's some women and men both who, I guess I want to say, enjoy not being educated, but like enjoy maybe being treated bad or like being treated.
I wouldn't say enjoy, but I think a lot of people who have been treated. I guess we're getting serious again.
It might be getting serious. I don't know.
I think that a lot of people who have been treated bad.
We'll be back in 20 minutes
for a long time in their lives. Find that to be what's comfortable in quotes.
And then they go listen to an album like Summer Walker.
Oh, we're back on.
Cat's out the bag. It's getting serious, women.
Oh,
no. This is aimed at y'all.
Oh, Kendrick.
This is aimed at y'all. No, I'm not going back on this point. I'm not going back at this point. What I can't stand.
Turn down is over. Probably.
Turn down is not over. We're turning up.
You might want to turn down because it's going to get loud.
It's going to get loud up in here. I cannot stand your baby daddy. You got 3 kids by Jakeem. Jakeem done it 3 times with you. He owes you $8,000 in child support, and you watch Judge Judy every day at noon. But Summer Walker drops an album and talks about all of these points that you think relate to you. And guess what you do? You hop on Instagram and repost it. You go on Twitter and take her lyrics and say, oh wow, you can't mess with broke niggas. He owes you $8,000 in child support. Jakeem. Jakeem. You got Jakeem Jr., you got Hakeem, and you got Akil. They are all waiting for daddy to come home. He's not coming home. The Summer Walker album is not going to cure you. The SZA album ain't going to cure you. Couples court, child support court, Whatever. Listen, divorce court. If you're married, if he put a ring on it, right?
Yeah, but Jakeem doesn't put.
Jakeem don't put a ring on it. I'm sorry. This might sound a little bit racist, but it's the truth. Jakeem might not be putting a ring on it.
It's like Tim's not saying anything.
I'm saying it. Kendrick's saying it. All I'm saying is, I just don't like. And dudes are the same way. Granted, right? Dudes, a Bryson Tiller album drops, and some motherfucker that look like Jabba the Hutt starts playing this shit, talking about something. Don't. It's like, nigga, you got nobody. No, don't what? Like, fam, don't what, nigga? Left hand is staring, the other is gripping your thigh. Whose thigh? Last time I checked, your hand stays on the poly material on your passenger seat. There's no one there. Or they'll listen to songs like Right My Wrongs. Right My Wrong. Like, who? With who?
So I guess we're not getting serious.
Your profile picture is the Doge meme. Your profile picture is Dogecoin. Like, literally. Your bio says, I hustle hard, I grind all day, old middle class of 17.
Oh, now you're being
That's
really
what your
specific.
bio says, dog.
Being really specific.
I'm getting specific here. That's what your bio says. But you'll be the first person to go repost a fucking a 6 Lakh song.
6 Lakh. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced black.
It's 6 Lakh.
Okay, it's 6 Lakh.
You don't make your name 6 LACK and tell me it's black.
I mean, okay, yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't.
I mean, the 6 does kind of look like a lowercase b.
That's the point. I mean, it's.
But it's 6 Lakh.
Okay.
He came in the game as 6 Lakh. It's Slack.
Any black fans? I'm sorry. Well, fans of the artist black.
Fans of the artist black.
Stylized 6 Lakh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't black me out. Don't cancel me. I just think it's 6 Lakh. I genuinely think it's 6 Lakh. But my point is, I just don't like the hypocritical shit. Mm-hmm. It's like you can't. I get artists making music that you can relate to, right? I listen to artists that make music I relate to. I relate to a lot of Coldplay. You know what I'm saying? But I will not. There are 2 things that I will never do. One, I will not go out and repost it in the name of trying to jab at the person you're trying to jab at. Because you know damn well Jakeem's coming back to that bed tonight to put his musty feet up on the bed, and you will sit there and talk to him about his day.
This is the serious section.
This is serious.
This is the
and
serious
number
part.
2, besides not reposting it, I damn sure am not going to sing that shit. You will not hear me singing no Come Through. You will not hear me singing that.
No Come Through.
If I don't have nobody coming through.
If he doesn't have anybody come through.
You won't hear me singing Exchange if I ain't paid my child support in 6 months. I'm not exchanging.
He's not exchanging shit.
With the children. I'm not exchanging with the baby mama.
You won't sing Don't Panic if you're panicking.
If I'm panicking, you get where I'm going with this? I won't sing God Put a Smile on Your Face if you look at me like I'm a piece of shit every day. Because you don't have a smile on your face.
You won't sing Yellow if...
No,
I don't really fucking know. I don't really fucking know it.
Hold up, I will sing Yellow.
Yellow.
I will sing Yellow.
Yeah, you will sing Yellow.
I will sing Yellow.
I don't fully know what Yellow's about.
Yellow's just about being sad, but
I think so.
It's Coldplay's version of being sad, so it's like very complex.
But it was all
Yellow. It's like, they don't make no sense.
Yeah, but it's so good.
It's so fucking good.
It's so good.
But it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's
So what possessed you to speak out on this?
Because that was
Brother
like
Kendrick. Because that was visceral. Like that came from a deep place.
Listen, brother. My thing with the Summer Walker thing. Listen, let me just give you. Let me give you the Pan African perspective.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me give you the Pan African perspective.
Hold on.
I am a firm Put the kufi on. Miles has got the fucking kufi on, so it's getting serious. Okay. I am a firm believer. I saw the Summer Walker album. Now, granted, I listened to Summer Walker's album. Very good album. Fucking excellent, actually. It was like one of the best R&B albums I've heard in a long time. Yeah. But when I was listening, and I'm listening to the lyrics, she has some you want to talk about visceral, right? She said, and one of her lyrics specifically was, I wish your mama would have beat you more. I don't know if it gets more visceral than that, talking about your baby daddy, right?
I need some money, nigga.
I need some money. So,
what am I gonna do with 200? What's not clicking, Steven?
Is his name Steven? I thought his name was Southside.
No, I thought it was. Well, no, but that's just in one of the songs. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that was.
Got you. But I saw it happening. I listened to the album. And it was great. The next day, or even the day of, I see all these women putting on their stories. To all men, I'm not talking to you. To all men, you're out of it. To all men, you're done. Last time I checked, there weren't any men.
Oh.
Who are you talking about?
No, we're straddling the line.
No, we are. We're jumping the line. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Jump in the line.
Jump in the line. What men were there? Like, that's what's confusing me. There was no man there. There's no man that's done. Yeah, that 808 just kicked me in the ass, bro. If you just heard that music, I'm sorry.
I think that a lot of people. This goes for everyone. I think that a lot of people, when they want to go on a detox, from relationships and things like that, a lot of the time, people are not strong enough to actually do it. So they post on social media. You could say it's about attention. You could say, and this is the trying to see the good and everything, that maybe it's to keep them accountable. But just do it. Just do it. In my opinion.
Just do it? Like, just
Nike,
post it?
Yeah, not post it, but
just get out. Just
actually do it. And it's hard. It's way easier said than done.
Yeah.
I just think that it takes a lot of work for people to get over people who hurt them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I understand that. I understand that part, and I understand that it takes a long time.
Yeah,
maybe that's part
However,
of it, though.
on your point of the guy thing, posting the hustle hard.
Nah,
and you
guys
still
are
got,
disgusting, bro.
Doge thing. Yeah, that's a universal truth, really.
Yeah, dude. Why do I need to know what high school you went to? It's been 5 years.
Yeah.
You crossed the stage 5 years ago.
Yeah.
What?
Put your college or your
just life.
Or your work.
Your work. Yeah. Plumber.
Yeah.
Cool. You plumb. Electrician. Cool.
Plumb that shit.
If you work at McDonald's, customer service associate.
Cool. Yeah. Customer service representative.
If you're a janitor, cleaning specialist. Cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're a drug dealer, street pharmaceuticals.
Small business
owner. LLC brain. You know what I'm saying? There are ways around that, but I don't need to see Arundel 16, Old Mill 17, and I literally came across 3 pages like that.
I'm trying to think if I still have Old Mill, because when I was
if you did, I would have told you. If you did, I would have just as a friend. I would have just been like, Tim.
You gotta take that.
You know what I'm saying? This just ain't right. Yeah. This ain't cool.
No, and I agree.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm not gonna put that shit on.
Now having pictures from high school on your page.
Yeah, I have pictures,
but having OMHS 18.
Yeah. It's just
or
you know what that kind of screams to me? That kind of screams
peaked in high school.
Well, yeah, for sure.
That's the first thing. Yeah. What does it scream to you though?
Well, I was thinking. For some reason, it screamed Dazed and Confused, the Matthew McConaughey, the still preying on high school girls.
Yeah.
Oh, dude! And the thing is, most of the guys with the Old Mill shit in their bios who graduated 4 years ago, they go to parties with girls that are in high school or fresh out. It's if you graduated. I'm sorry, let me do the math. You graduated in 2018, or no? You graduated in. Let's say you graduated right, or let's say in my case, I've seen firsthand. You graduated in Old Mill in 2015.
2015.
Graduated Old Mill High School in 2015. Why are you at a party with people that graduated in 2019?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Why are you there?
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Weren't they in middle school when you graduated?
You shouldn't really have.
You shouldn't be there.
Even if you know people, you should not be at a party.
No.
Why are you sipping alcohol with a girl that's 5 years younger than you?
Nope.
You're 23 by now, and she's probably 17.
Nope.
18 maybe.
Especially at that point, that's you're the person who's, even if you didn't even supply the alcohol, you're the adult there. So
it's just nasty, bro.
Yeah.
It's just nasty. I don't know. I think the concept of peaking is so tricky. And I don't think we've talked about this, which is interesting.
No, we haven't.
I don't think we ever talked about this. I think the concept of peaking is tricky because it's I don't know. I think the definition of peaking in high school is just not necessarily you won't be successful. Because I'm sure you can probably go live a successful life eventually. Yeah. But it's just, for me, it's more so you took those 4 years as an opportunity to treat others like crap.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think in the beginning of the 4 years, you were hot shit. And by the end of the 4 years, the tables had turned.
And it means
That's
that,
what I look at.
and then it means that in the 4 years after you graduated, you have not changed at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing is, I think you, when you peak in high school, you know, in quotes, like, you're not a very, like, good person.
It's more like you've peaked, like, emotionally.
Yeah. So you stayed, and even then, it's like, not even, you weren't mature anyway.
Yeah.
And then it just gets worse or stays the same.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always looked at it like that. I look at people that were dicks.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing about high school that was so weird is like, yo, why? Looking back, especially, it was so weird how cliquey we were.
Yeah.
At such a young age.
Yeah.
I'm like, fam, why the fuck? You know, like, you play varsity field hockey. Like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, shit. You're on the varsity football team. Oh! You know what I'm saying? None of y'all niggas go D1. None of y'all niggas go to the league. At least at Old Mill. Yeah. You know, the ones that do go D1, I mean, God bless you, but it's like, what do you want to do? It's not playing NFL. It's like, where is that ego? Where does it... I always look at that and I'm like, damn, well, granted, I got cut twice. So, like, I guess I never got a chance to embrace the football ego. But even around dudes that had it, especially looking at where they at now,
I think it's
confusing.
I think some of it is a culture thing, unfortunately. And I say that about, like, kind of,
but we weren't even a football school.
All activities.
Old Mill?
Old Mill was
very much a football school.
What you mean?
Football and wrestling.
Like, okay, those were our best sports. But I mean, like, we weren't... when I think football school, I'm thinking, like, DeMatha. I'm thinking, like, Texas, right? Like, they live, breathe. That's all that school does.
Yeah.
Like, it's football.
That's true.
They don't do shit else. Like, we had a great band. We had a pretty...
but you have to remember that we were not appreciated for a while.
Is that more of a... Well, I can't say countywide.
You also have to remember, like...
Yeah, it might be a countywide
The football team was getting, like, new uniforms, like... By the time we left, like, damn near every year.
Yeah.
That was bullshit. That was bullshit.
I think it was, like,
we had a fucking hole
3
in the
times at
ceiling,
least.
dude. In the band hall. A fucking hole.
Oh, yeah.
That I was technically the cause of.
There's, like, a couple.
But you were technically the cause
Wait,
of?
what does that mean?
I was soloing. It was my very first solo, and the fucking hole in the instrument room is just the ceiling panel can't do it.
so you think solo was so fucking fire.
The ceiling panel came down. Is that what you're saying?
Came down.
Listen.
You said that with 100% confidence.
Yeah, like that.
No, I put that on everything. Like, that's literally what happened. Like, I was playing, and the ceiling panel just fell through. Y'all were there.
Yeah, I know. I remember that, but, like...
I'm not sitting there saying it was always my fault.
I mean, I remember we were like, you know, for sure joking, like, you know, like, damn, Kendrick, like.
I mean, I don't know,
but like,
I don't know. Like,
the foundation in that entire school is cracked.
Oh my god, it's sitting on a fucking crack.
Yeah,
it's sitting on a crack, and the fact that
Severna Park got a new school.
Oh man, it's fucking dicks.
I mean, I guess now we're living in the past. Like, you know.
I know, but it's still like, just like...
Because we were supposed to get a new school, and now, like...
That just makes me a little salty.
Even the seniors who were 8th graders when we left, they're not getting...
Neither of my siblings are going to get a new school.
Emily won't?
Because she's going to be a freshman next year. I don't think that they're going to be... I don't think that
they're going to be finished by her senior year?
Probably not.
I don't know.
They've been delaying it and delaying it and delaying.
Hopefully they are. You know, I'm not holding out hope, really, but like, you know, that'd be cool.
God damn.
Yeah.
God damn. Sorry for all the nostalgia flashbacks. Yeah. I don't know why I thought about peaking in high school. That's what we do here. We take tangents. We're talking about anything and everything. Anyway, I want to talk about Squid Game, y'all.
Oh.
Hey.
I want to talk about Squid Game.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
But if you haven't seen it by now, that's your fault. So.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description.
Catch up. It's been on Netflix for
when we stop talking about it.
Yeah. We'll let y'all know. But anyway,
like that was a look like we were not gonna let you know.
Yeah, like if you haven't seen Squid Game, just do yourself.
Just skip ahead like 10-15 minutes.
Honestly, like. You should have watched Squid
Game. Yeah, dude. You should. Like, what the hell? Unless you don't watch Netflix in general. If you don't have Netflix, I'm sorry, but if you do,
someone you know has Netflix.
Right. Like, I'm on my mom's Netflix. Ain't no shame in my game.
Yeah.
I'm probably never going to get off that shit.
Yeah.
You know, so free Netflix. But Squid Game was one of those shows. Okay, I'm a big fan of You, of the show You.
I just finished season 1, by the way.
Nice, good.
This is a side note, I hated Beck. But
you know, I actually didn't really.
You didn't.
I didn't hate Beck. I don't like her.
Ooh.
But I don't hate her even after season 1.
Okay, once you get through season 2, tell me how you feel about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like the further along
After
you
season
go,
2, you just
because I wasn't a Beck fan.
Yeah.
But like,
I just didn't like Beck.
the more time went on, I was kind of like, Beck kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Beck to me gave me Carrie from Sex and the City vibes. I don't know if you guys watch
I have
Sex
not
and the
watched
City,
Sex and the City, but I believe you.
Carrie on Sex and the City was just, it's so sad because she was the main character of that show for all umpteenth seasons it was on, but she was just such a fucking cancer.
Yeah,
to
no,
everybody.
Beck definitely.
That's how Beck.
Now we're talking about you, but Beck definitely is like super selfish.
Oh yeah.
And to say the least.
We have to be careful because Joe is also not a good person.
And Joe is like straight up.
Yeah.
Hey man, shout out Joe.
I
root for
that show is really weird
It is
because
really,
like you root for this awful human being.
When spoiler warning, I guess again.
Yeah.
But like when he was in in Greenwich in the Salinger house, like trying to kill Peach. The whole time I was like, I know he gets out of this, but I want him to get out of this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really fucking hate that I want him to get out of this
Yeah.
because, and then as like
Peaches wasn't innocent either though.
Oh, Peach was terrible too.
She was terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Although like, and it's that whole thing of like, I don't know, if people really deserve to die.
They don't deserve to die.
Because there were a few moments in this third season where a character that you don't know yet.
We can't
does a few things where I'm like, oh, I'm annoyed, and then Joe kind of does the same thing,
but in a different way.
But it's like he does the same thing essentially, and
It's
I'm like,
different
and
for
I'm like,
Joe.
but it's different. And
Joe does it in the name of justice. I feel like Joe.
That's a really twisted way to look at life.
Listen to the You fans. First of all, I'm not a serial killer. I don't advocate for serial killing. That shit's fucked up. Stalking is real.
Glad that he had to say that.
Stalking is real. I'm just doing a disclaimer.
It just feels really weird for me to be watching You when you told me that Joe reminds you of me, or that I remind you of Joe. It does not make me feel good. And not in any of the serial killer ways or the stalker ways.
I didn't mean it like that. I just meant that you and Joe got a swag. Because Joe got a swag. Joe has a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Joe's a cool guy. He wears the sweaters.
Look how he's piling on the accolades. Right?
No, listen. Joe wears the sweaters. He reads books.
The thing is that and that's what I'm saying is that like I do like dress like I do.
It's the hat.
I do wear a hat. Not for creeping.
No,
Well, no, because it says fucking UMBC.
Tim literally has a Joe hat. He has like a UMBC hat.
It's just like a dad hat.
It's a dad hat, but like ever since I saw you, the dad hat is now the Joe hat.
It's the creepy Joe hat.
Especially when you remind me of Joe, but you remind me of the good parts of Joe. Like Joe is a very kind-hearted guy.
All the best parts of the serial killer.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's you, Tim.
He is a kind-hearted guy.
How kind-hearted can you? I understand where you're coming from with that.
Right.
No, but I no like. And
he's a murderer.
Listen,
and
I think it's for justice.
the thing is that I just think it's for justice. The thing is that like I don't disagree with you,
Yeah,
and that's what makes me feel weird watching the show because it's like I don't do these things, but just because he's doing it, it makes me feel like please don't do that.
I think season 3 you'll really like. I feel like the thing with You, and that's where I guess that it's kind of
You the show, not me.
You the show, not Tim, not Tim. I think You and Squid Game are very similar and the fact that they both portray a message.
That's
a strong one.
That's
like,
true. Yeah.
You to me has a stronger message. I think Squid Game was more explicit.
Yeah.
In how they tried to portray
Squid
it.
Game is very much a classism.
Yeah,
thing. Kind of a classic Korean story. Yeah, but I mean the way they did, and the thing is about Squid Game. Now to get back on Squid Game. Anyway, that was
we talked about both.
That was a little bit of my gripe with you, just a little bit. But let me go back because like he's like in the way that like also like the kind of the hopeless romantic thing. But I'm not that hopeless that I will
stalk somebody. Yeah, no.
Fuck.
But I mean,
okay.
The stalking, no, I'm not saying. Did you just back away from me? Listen, I'm not saying the stalking is wrong, right? Yeah. But I'm saying the thing about Joe. That I think every man can take advice from. I can, right? Yeah. Is the fact that brother pays attention, and that brother knows what a woman likes.
Does he pay attention, or does he stalk them to the point where he like can craft a personality in a way that makes it more desirable?
Think just when he
unfortunately, it's both.
It's both.
But like it's more so what Miles is saying.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But there is a little bit of what
of like you paying attention to something. I understand.
You paying attention,
like being attentive.
Being attentive, like oh wow, she likes this. I'm gonna go out and do this. And, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and it's sad that stalking is involved. It's terrible.
And murdering their loved ones, even if they treat them bad.
Right.
Know.
It's fucked.
And the eventual murder of them themselves.
I don't know.
Yes. Yeah. Now I will say that
if it makes you feel any better, I've been told I look like Little Bill. And I've been told that by women.
Wait, I remember you talked about this on the podcast, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think I might have talked about it on the podcast, but I've been told I look like Little Bill. So, granted, that was years ago back when I used to get a low haircut.
To be told I look like Joe isn't
right, because at least you look like Penn Badger.
He's like a pretty
handsome guy.
Yeah,
but I mean, Little Bill.
It's Little Bill.
He's Little Bill, right? So I've been there. I've been worse.
Well, I think
to the person that said I look a little bit, really fuck you. Like I really hope your life sucks.
Wow,
you're a piece of shit. Like you didn't have to say that to me, bro.
That's true.
At all.
You really
don't
didn't.
pat me.
You didn't have. You didn't have.
You just did not have to call me Little Bill. I was just being nice.
You can tell
I was
it
like
still
12,
hurts.
bro. I was like 12 years old, and this girl called me Little Bill. I didn't even pay for my haircuts back then.
So,
but Squid Game is like, I think they do it really well. It's not a super like original thing, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the nonary game. So, Danganronpa and like 999, all those games. Well, 999 is actually the nonary games, and then Danganronpa's like it. It's like that, you know, everyone trapped in a thing. And I mean, I love how Squid Game used, colors and these like very basic colors to do stuff.
Green jumpsuits and stuff like that.
Yeah, or the green jumpsuits and the red, and then like having the pink stuff. And then there's a lot of artistic qualities in the way they
the architecture of even just the staircases.
Yeah, that's
they'd walk up was amazing, dude.
What staircases?
It's like no rails, but it was like they just stick out of the walls.
Yeah, it's based crazy. On paradoxical art piece, and I forgot what it's called.
Was the one was that by Michelangelo?
No.
Oh my god, I know the name, but it's like skipping my mind right now.
Anyway, you guys talk about Squid Game for a little bit.
I have no idea. I think the thing about Squid Game that was so captivating to me was just kind of the way that the characters progressed.
Yeah.
And how you saw the change in every single character from the beginning to the end. Spoiler, because we will spoil it. There's just no way to talk about it without that. You should have watched it.
It's the most popular show on the planet right now.
And it's the most watched Netflix show ever. So you should have watched it. But, besides the old man, because we already understand what happened with him.
Yeah.
But with Ali, with, I forget their names. Ji-hoon.
Sebyuk.
It's
right.
I thought it was Kyun actually.
I'm not Korean, so I don't know the correct pronunciation. So
art of
please correct me.
Yeah, the G makes kind of a G/K sound. It's the same thing as in kimchi.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, the more you know. We learn here on the
Turn Down
podcast.
Multicultural, bro. Multicultural. But yeah, I think just seeing the progression of the characters and as they all became friends, or even if they all became enemies, more, because it got crazy.
Staircase is MC Escher.
MC Escher, that's who I was thinking. Yes, that's why I said Michelangelo. Because I was thinking M's.
Yeah.
Dang.
But yeah,
it was watching that show all throughout was just
the character development is very good.
Oh my god! And then that episode. I mean, I'm sure everyone, if you have Twitter and stuff like that, the Marbles episode, yes. You're aware of what happened. When I say, I watched it with somebody and we sat and cried. Yeah. We bawled our eyes out for about 30, maybe like 20 minutes. It was easily the saddest episode, I've never even cried at a movie. I think Boys in the Hood, when I first saw it. Yeah. When Trey got shot, I was just like, fuck! Like, yo, not Trey. Ricky. When Ricky got shot. That was sad. But like this, we bawled our eyes out. Yeah. Like I needed to be held, like we just like embraced. Like it was sad, bro. It was so sad because you're just like, yo, they shot the old man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you think in the moment, you're like, this old man gave his life.
And you learn his name.
This old man gave.
You know what I'm saying? Gave his life. And then, come the last episode, old man is a piece of shit. Which was the biggest, like, fuck you to the fans. Yeah. Because I'm sitting here like, wait a second.
I cried for you.
No, I did more than cry, bro. I did more than cry.
I worked at fucking Quiznos. That's a callback.
Yeah. Nigga worked at Quiznos, man. Life don't get harder to work at Quiznos. Shit.
I worked at Radio Shack.
Oh, shit.
I was driving from LA every day.
Oh my god!
Damn. Well, it can't be every day.
No, that's not even physically possible. Or maybe from fucking,
anything's possible with the power of love, Kendrick.
You know what? What the fuck? That fucking shit. You sound like P. Diddy right now.
Hey.
What's next? You gonna pull Ciroc out of your ass?
No.
It's Ciroc Peach. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, Miles.
I like the Miles. No.
Wouldn't be out of my ass. And it wouldn't be Ciroc.
Oh, God. Okay, Grey Goose. But anyway, it was just, I don't know, seeing that show. I knew Ali was going to die, though. That's one thing I will say. I don't feel bad about saying Ali. I don't feel bad about him dying. Because he just didn't play the game smart. He played it too kind.
I think the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of like, yeah, that's the harsh reality of kind of the things. Is
like you won. He had him beat badly. Like he whooped him in marbles.
It was like 10. Yeah, yeah.
It was like 10-0.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh well, what the fuck?
He's too kind.
Yeah.
Way too kind. Yeah. And your life's on the line here.
And it's like, oh yeah, you got your family and a kid, and then he's talking about some bullshit. It's like, well, they can't, they'll let us, we can both survive. Yeah, whatever. And like, no, you can't.
Every episode, someone says we can both make it together, and it's like
never happens.
Did you pay attention last time?
They literally said that there's money for each person.
Yeah,
not two.
And they said winner.
Yeah.
So clearly, there's one guy gonna get to that.
But then again, I guess when you're in a situation like that, you're gonna do anything you can to convince yourself that you can get,
But I tell you what, you're playing me, and I beat your ass in marbles. You ain't convincing me of shit. I'm just be like, look, it's been nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Peace. Like, I won. I'm gonna hold my marbles up like this. Get me the fuck up out of here. I'm not the fuck.
Well, that makes me feel good as a friend.
Well, look, we never play a game like that. Right, but we never play a game like that. I would never do anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't think times are ever gonna get tough to where I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm finna go risk my life, and then just to come back home to my mom who's dead. That's what made it like, is that even worth it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was also very sad.
Very sad. She was just curled up on the floor. I was like, damn, y'all had to do this Squid Game. Yeah. Like, shit. At least give her a hospital bed or some shit. She was just on the floor.
It's too expensive. Hospital's too expensive.
I mean, granted, she was supposed to get her feet amputated.
Yeah.
You reached a really bad level.
Yeah.
Nah, but that show was interesting. I think that show was very interesting. I can't say it's the best Netflix show I've ever seen, because I think that belongs to you. You for sure is probably the Get Down. I don't know. It's tough.
I think after watching season 3,
I might have to
you might just have it for me.
Season 3.
But before I watched season 3, I was definitely like Squid Game was like.
Did Squid Game come out before season 3?
Yes.
Yes.
Came out literally maybe like 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
Or
So
3
then,
weeks before.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be better shows and better shows, stuff like that.
That's good for us.
I don't think that Squid Game is the best show that I don't watch too many TV shows, to be honest. And I can never pick a number one when it comes to movies and TV shows, because I love movies and TV shows too much.
I think you could probably pick a top 3. You could pick like your top 3 movies all time.
I'd have to go by genre though.
Okay. Damn, really?
Yeah, I could not pick like top 3 of all time.
I don't know.
Because I can pick my favorite top 3.
You can pick your top 3 shows all time? I could definitely do top 3.
I can definitely
That's tough though.
That's still tough.
That's tough.
I can definitely pick my 3 favorite movies of all time.
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In really no particular order. This is just like all 3 number 1. Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Ooh.
Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire.
Ooh.
And The Big Lebowski.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Those
3 very different movies.
Yeah, those 3 are my favorite movies of all time.
Fuck.
Yeah. And then like after that I have like, The Shining and there's just a lot. No Country for Old Men. I mean, there's so many movies that I like. But those are my 3 favorites for sure.
If I had to pick top 3 favorites,
my favorite TV show of all time is Scrubs.
Yeah. I knew you like.
Yeah,
Scrubs. I mean, I'm Scrubs was gonna be the one.
Yeah, I've always loved Scrubs. That is, I think it's like so good in so many ways.
Favorite TV show of all time, honestly. Fuck, that's hard. It might be a tie. It's a tie for me between Fresh Prince and Southland. It's a hard tie between those two. Because Fresh Prince, just because of and I'm gonna say it just because we're on a podcast and we're open. It was Cosby Show my whole life, and it's not. I understand Bill Cosby has done some very terrible things, but.
No, but you grew up with that.
I grew up with that, important. And I mean, at the end of the day, I try my best to separate the art from the artist. It's hard, but at the end of the day, the art that was made, it's sad that it's called The Cosby Show, right? Actually, no, fuck that. Different World is my favorite show of all time. That's my favorite show. But it's sad that it's called The Cosby Show. No. But you got to remember, this is also Felicia Rashad. It's also Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yes,
it's also, Jeffrey Owens.
Very young Raven
Simone. Lisa Bonet. Right? This is an entire cast of excellent actors and actresses that made that show. It's not just Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
So I watched the show for the lessons that I learned, the fucking amazing messages that they delivered to it. So I'd probably say Cosby Show, as much as it's bad, and then Fresh Prince and then Southland and Different World are my favorites. But movies, I'd probably say like Good Will Hunting. It's definitely up there. I just watched that the other day. It was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. For the first time or like?
No.
Okay.
Like 10 to 20. Okay. I just hadn't seen it in such a long time.
Yeah.
And I forgot how good.
It's an amazing movie.
Oh my God. Yeah. I forgot how good Matt
Damon
and Minnie Driver were together. That was a very good couple.
Yeah.
That one, probably Give Me Menace to Society. That's just a very... I don't want to call it blaxploitation, but I don't typically like those black gangster movies just because there were so many of them made.
Right.
But if I'm going to recommend a movie that's going to give you the most realistic lens into what it's like, especially in 90s California, Menace to Society is that just a perfect one. And honestly, a guilty pleasure one, I might have to say Freedom Writers, just because I watch it so much. Freedom Writers with Hilary Swank. Definitely not the best movie.
Yeah.
I'm never going to open my mouth and say that. Fucking Mario was in that movie. Like, Please Just Let Me Love You was in that movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that's the best movie, right? When you got Chris Brown the Fourth in that fucking movie. But it's one of my favorites. It's a guilty pleasure.
Cool.
It's a guilty pleasure.
I never thought of what my favorite TV shows are. Definitely one of them, Avatar: The Last Airbender. As far as animated television, that's probably one of the...
Well, okay, but are you ranking it as your favorite animated television or as your favorite show?
See, now that's the thing.
Because we're doing a show.
I might say that's probably one of my favorite shows. Like, full stop.
Damn.
Actually, because I've been watching Demon Slayer, and Demon Slayer is like, it's so good.
Yes.
Wow.
I would say that at least right now is in my.
Is that recency bias though?
It could be recency bias, but also like, it's so fucking good.
It is very good.
But Avatar for sure is Avatar Last Airbender.
Avatar's definitely one of my favorite.
That's a perfect show.
Shoot, now I'm in like, I'm trying to think like favorite TV shows. I don't watch a lot of. I really got into Game of Thrones, but that season 8 kind of ruined it for me.
Oh, I could never get into Game of Thrones.
I really liked Game of Thrones.
I liked it, but then that last season really taints my view of it.
Season 8 was unfortunate, and it's like they rushed everything.
Then again, though, if I look at it as its whole,
it's not like season 8. Honestly, I don't think it like was the worst thing that like could have happened to Game of Thrones. I'm glad they ended it.
Yes.
You know, at the very least.
Well, they're starting the spin-off now.
They're doing a spin-off of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a prequel.
It's a prequel.
About the Targaryens. I mean,
that one actually looks like they have a pretty stacked cast.
I'm sure it'll be interesting. But yeah, like I said, I mean, it's...
See, here they go with the prequels, though. I mean, I know they might have a stacked cast and shit, but I'm like, dog, not every show needs a spin-off.
Hey, listen... As long as it's a new story, I'm tired of remakes.
Yeah, that's true. The remakes.
I don't care if you have
Fuller
like
House,
spin-off stuff like that.
Bullshit happened.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I don't care. Like remakes should not, especially Disney.
Have you seen He's All That?
No.
Fuck.
Yeah.
With that Addison Rae girl.
Oh yeah.
Because have you seen She's All That? The movie
I haven't
the 90s?
actually seen.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, She's All That is the '90s one with Frankie.
I know the movie, but I never
really
watched
good.
it.
I mean, it's a '90s rom com.
Right. Yeah.
But He's All That is what they just did with the dude from Cobra Kai, Robbie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's fucking terrible.
Yikes.
Like it's one of the worst. It might be the worst remake I've ever seen. Addison Rae is not an actress, and I mean she's gonna become one because she's white and she's successful on TikTok, but she's not, and it's really.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Top.
Nigga, get to your shows.
That's what you.
Wait.
You was sitting here. I don't know
You
if I can tell the
see this
shows.
fucking shit? You see
Avatar.
See this shit?
I don't know if I can tell the shows.
Every fucking week.
Get to your shows, man. Eat your chili.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some shit?
Let's see, shows. So I'd probably say as a whole thing, like probably Game of Thrones is pretty good up there. If I am ignoring season 8.
No, that's.
Another show that was actually really well done. Ooh, you know what? The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian's really good.
It was really good. And then as far as my movies,
I'm surprised You wasn't like in that top.
you know what? Yeah, because You is.
I think I gotta give You a little more time before I put it up there. I gotta see season 4.
Yeah, I have to sit with it a little bit more.
Yeah.
So as far as movies go, favorite movies of all time, I really enjoyed Pulp Fiction. I feel like that's a really like common answer.
It's common because it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's trendy too. I think it's a trendy answer. I wouldn't say common,
but I was like,
Dang, don't do his answer.
I like it outside of the trend.
No, like he likes it for. I know Miles. I know he likes it for the film. I'm saying like some people gonna be like, oh, dude, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
It's like,
whereas they don't remember anything except the.
You don't remember Travolta. You remember Travolta in a wig.
Yeah.
It's like all you remember.
Oh, man, that way.
Yeah.
You know.
So Pulp Fiction. Honestly, movies that I keep going back to watch. I keep going back to watch Get Out. I don't know why.
Oh wow, you really must like that trauma.
I
shit.
think
I can't watch that shit no more. After I saw it once, I was like, all right.
I think after the first few times, because I think there were so many things like that I missed like the first few times.
Yeah.
It just has a kind of a certain. It makes me think. I mean, even just aside from the message, it's just kind of going back and looking and seeing like, oh, you know, like I missed this. Like, oh, look at the symbolism right here.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's right in front of my face.
Right.
It's very well done.
Yeah. Oh, Get Out.
I think as far as like it's just well done. I mean, Jordan Peele is a phenomenal director.
Oh
Yeah.
Same with Us.
And
Us was
writer.
really good, too.
Yeah.
Yes. And
The more I watch
same
Us,
with
actually,
us.
the more I love it.
Oh yeah. Wait, the more you love what? Us, yeah, it's such a good film.
Yeah,
such a good one.
And the third one, and again, these are in no particular order because it's hard because I see a lot of stuff. Honestly, it's gonna have to be another Tarantino one. I think it's gonna be Django.
Django, yes.
Fuck.
There's just something about that scene. Now, granted, I don't hate white people, but there's something about that scene that was just visceral when he goes with that whip.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts whipping that
I think it's visceral because it's in our blood.
Because it's like
so we know it happened.
Yeah, when it's like, and you're just like sitting there, and you're like, it's like a release of like aggression that I don't actually have to release out into the world.
Yeah.
Where I can watch it and be like, yes, and then I can go back to just being all right.
Yeah.
People are cool. Because I think, especially in this day and age, we see so much still of us being attacked. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Ahmaud Arbery case is going on right now, and it's ongoing.
You know what? We're gonna get into that next time.
Yeah.
Because I actually think we're low on time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Since we're recording in person, we can only do about an hour and 15, so we have a limit. But next time we will be coming at you with a deeper podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
About a lot of shit that we still got to talk about.
So yeah, the point of that was just that it's visceral. So because you still see it, so sometimes you just need that release in a way that's not going to actually harm anybody. So
yeah. Quentin Tarantino is one of my favorite directors. Also,
he's a visceral director.
I can give you my top 3 directors.
As easy. Well. That's easy.
Quentin Tarantino, Edgar Wright, and Wes Anderson.
Ooh.
All very artistic directors.
Yes. That's I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I'm sorry. You say what you were gonna say.
I was just saying Wes Anderson is the way he makes his films is a lot how
it's very stylish.
I feel that I would love to make my films.
Yeah.
I do wish he had not as many white people, because it's like all white people in his films, but the stories are always very unique and the characters are always really interesting. So
yeah, it's tough. I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite 3, but I definitely say Spike is probably my favorite.
Spike,
for sure.
Spike.
I just love the way he makes films, man. Everything he's done for me is just magic. But yeah, let's not let the time cut off.
Yeah,
we're gonna get out of here, but we will be back at you, motherfuckers, next week with a visceral podcast.
Just right back.
I hope you're ready. Tears probably will be shed. It's gonna be real.
I don't know about
talking about some real shit.
We will talk about real.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, Kendrick, Tim, Miles, signing the fuck out. Love y'all, man.
See ya.
Peace.